Have you ever been afraid of failing? Well, it's not only you who's afraid of it, me too, multiple times. But in this life of ours, we won't be able to overcome success until we experience failures, right? So, hopefully, in this video, I'll be able to impart to you uh, the fear of failures. But look at that. Fearing failure, maybe it could be a big project, a new job opportunity, putting up a YouTube channel, speaking in a large crowd, or facing the camera, right? I know the fears, but we have to endure this thing that we call fear. As I've said before, change your fear, F-E-A-R, into being fierce, F-I-E-R-C-E. Oh, don't fear of failing, because it's the most common barriers to achieving success, and the good thing is we can overcome it. Well, in simpler terms, maybe I could share to you some practical steps on how to turn our setbacks into success. Success. Okay? So, number one, reframing failure into a learning opportunity. Of course, when during the time that I was studying, I have multiple failures during my exam, even my licensure exam. But it didn't stop me to pursue it. I have to, what you call that, modify every learning process or reviewing process, or just like in business or here in the YouTube, I've been watching my other videos on what I have to modify, and hopefully it will turn into success. Well, how? It's a change of mindset, and it's the one of the biggest challenge that we always face. And stepping into that mindset of not quitting, failure could be a one step process at a time. Think of it as every successful person you can find here in YouTube or in real life, you would see a lot of them failed at first, but they pursued it, right? And some of them even started in the garage, like Steve Jobs. Okay, so what makes them different from us? Well, maybe the difference is how we do respond to failures. Okay, so maybe by this we can we'll be able to assess where we have formerly failed or what we have forgotten uh, to do. Stay, take a step back and reflect. Look, and so we often ask ourselves what we can learn, experience from these mistakes that we have committed. So number two, well, is to say we have to make we have to make an effort to make small steps at a time. Why? So we'll not be overwhelmed with everything that is coming left and right from every direction. Because if we could look at the big picture, we'll be, oh man, we will be, it's going to be impossible to get those, overcoming those big ideas. So take a small step, just like stepping up a ladder. You won't be able to get up on the top floor unless you step one step at a time on that ladder, right? Even though you're going to have an elevator, well, failure, as I said on my other point, is it's a learning process. So the best thing to do is enjoy it. It's just like, let's say, like this one, um, being afraid of public speaking and a terrifying notion that everybody's going to be watching me. Well, failing is healing. It's a healing process, man. So don't be, don't soak yourself in that failure. Enjoy it and learn from it. And one way could overcome failure in that process is practice, practice, and practice. That's like what Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant did. There was no shortcut. They enjoyed their failures, and that motivated them to do better the next time around. Right? So maybe you could get some help, watch videos, or seek help from other people, coaches, friends, relatives, or still, if you're afraid, like I am, you could eventually practice on speaking by yourself. Okay? And each small step, don't forget, celebrate it. Because why? Because it's going to encourage you to do better and will help you motivate yourself. Okay? And That your confidence will be building. Even though you're failing, go ahead, just do it. It's a big, scary thing that you're looking to tackle. There's no problem with you. Why? You're having a callous face. But I'll be able to overcome it by practicing, practice. As I said, there's no easy way, or no, there's no shortcuts on this journey. Journey from life, YouTube, whatever endeavor you are in, there's no shortcut. Okay, so have faith. Oh, and in due time, be able to celebrate and tell yourself that I did my best. But I guess my best wasn't good enough. The journey is two pathways, and failure is success is not good. Failure is just a guide that will for us to use and be better off. Okay. Number three, challenge your negative beliefs, man. I know fear of failure often comes from stories we tell ourselves. And let's be honest, man, those stories could be brutal. And don't dwell on it. All those failures, don't dwell on it. Move forward and see to it that you'll be always be on that optimistic side. That's like when you're out here catching yourself thinking, I'll never be good at this. Speaking to you on this other side of the camera. And, oh, by the way, this is Warner. This is my life in motion. Okay, Malmondok. And as I said, everyone will judge us. So if I mess up, so it's a learning process, man. I'll try to practice again. So those thoughts of you thinking that you'll be a failure, those are not facts. The fact is you can do something from it. You can do it, and you know that they're just one click away. One motivational attitude and keeping yourself afloat. And so you have to challenge those assumptions. You have to challenge those negative thoughts and negative feelings. We know that we will be able to overcome it. So replace that negative thoughts like I'll never be good at this with I'm improving every day, speaking to the camera and feeling comfortable with it, and having to practice every now and then, repeatedly on my daily chores. I have to somehow to refresh my editing skills. It's always a habit. So as you will be able to repeat yourself on that pathway again. As I said in my previous blog, maybe you could see here on my info cards about it. So you have to refrain from these beliefs and approach the challenges that are ahead of us with more confidence. Okay? Can you see the? This is a sugarcane field. Okay? Look at that, man. Before we go into step number 4, I want to show you this beautiful field. Ah, man. How refreshing and how enlightening these things that you are able to explore. Okay? And as I've said, we have to focus on the process. Either be it's going to be success or failure, enjoy it. Enjoy the process, enjoy the ride, enjoy everything that is already come on that pathway that we are trudging into. So focus, focus, focus. Follow on, follow on course until successful. Or failure one cause until successful. Right. So since the start of the year, we've been obsessed with our goals. So don't be obsessed about the goals. Don't be obsessed about the results. Be obsessed about the system on how we're going to be able to achieve those goals. Because why? Because if you're going to focus on that system, you'll be able to achieve it by enjoying it, enjoying the process. It's like you said, we always say that when you enjoy your work, are you working or you're having fun, right? So that fun will be in your control. That failure will be in your control. Control. So don't be negative about it. Don't be so pessimistic about it. Turn it into an optimistic endeavor. Just like when you go around with life, to go on with that journey. It's it's what we do in everyday lives. It may not be all fun. Life could be so challenging, but as we say, have faith and one small step at a time, and have a fulfilled life. And when I'm telling you this. Just imagine find that there will come a time that by the time that my future relatives will see this or watch this, I did it my way. So be strong. And always don't be afraid to fail. When we fail, we get stronger and stronger and stronger. Very strong the right way. Protect strength. Share it with people. Share it with everyone that you know who needs your strength. Giving them what they have. And as they said, build a meaningful relationship. That's in meaningful. And when you shift your attention, what you can do, what you can control, you'll not only reduce the anxiety because not being able to overcome it yet, but or however you gain that knowledge and that experience. So you had to have that sustainable success. And I know you can do it. Everyone can do it. Okay. Step number 5, you had to take action despite the fear. And finally, that's the most important thing. Take the action, take the responsibility. And yes, fear will still be there. But the key is to move forward anyway. We have to move on. Courage is about being fearless. It's about acting in contrast with that fear, right? Just like, as I said, Steve Jobs, or very yet one prime example is J.K. Rowling. We won't. She was denied for how many times before Harry Potter was turned into a movie, right? How many times she was rejected, but she kept on going, and she didn't let that fear hinder. And we could have missed that beautiful writing of Harry Potter. So ask yourself, what small what's one small action you can take today to move closer to your goal, to our goal. As I've said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be So, perfect or near perfect, but we strive when we practice of what we are going to change and improve better. The important thing is we have to start. Okay? So, let's recap again this beautiful scenery. Hope you can see where am I right now. Fear of overcoming that failure is one thing. What we can do is reframe that failure and turn it into learning, which is to give us an opportunity to enjoy that journey. And by enjoying that journey, we have to take small steps to build that momentum and challenge those beliefs that we are not capable of, but we are capable. So we have to focus on that process, enjoy it, and importantly, take action despite that fear. So remember, failure is not the option. It's the opposite of success. No, it's part of our journey. Every step that we take, every breath that we make, no matter how small, is a progress. So, go out here and challenge yourself and turn your setbacks into a stepping stone to success. And in God's gracious time and fulfillment, this is Werner again. Cheers, cheers, and blessings as always. Thanks for watching and see you on the next vlog. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully, we'll see you on the other side. Okay? You got this. Cheers, everyone. Mm.